I don't even know what to say, man. This bass is just ridiculous. This is another one that pretty much just fell into my lap. Mike from MTD emailed me. He was like, "Hey, would you be interested in this?" I'm like, "Is the bear shit in the woods? Of course I would be. Are you kidding?" Good Lord, it's ridiculous. In case you haven't guessed, it's an MTD. It's a 635. But this thing is just blinged out with some crazy Cocobolo. Let's go through it. So the top of the fingerboard is a 60-year-old Cocobolo 10 top. I mean, this wood, obviously it's been harvested for over 60 years. So the wood's obviously much older than that. Matching headstock, matching tuning keys, matching knobs, just ridiculous. Matching truss rod cover, a flamed Sycamore body. Just when you think like this bass can't get any more sick, you get the flamed Sycamore. Did you see what I did there? Very clever, I know. Magnetic cover attachments and the matching flamed Sycamore. Let's see. Sycamore knobs with the Cocobolo tops. Obviously, it's a 24 fret 6-string. Bartolini pickups. Bartolini preamp. Blend. Wait, what do we got here? Blend, volume, treble, mid, bass, mid frequency selector here. A 5-piece neck with maple and purpleheart stringers. Ebony, sorry, having a hard time fitting this in and not hitting anything on the floor. Ebony peg head. Just, this thing's stunning. Comes with an MTD gig case and weighs 10 pounds, which is totally reasonable for a topped 6-string. So let's talk about what it sounds like. So it sounds amazing, as you can imagine. One thing I noticed right away is I reused a track that I used earlier for another bass. And I just re-recorded the same bass line. And I've said this a couple times. It's probably pretty intuitive. But if you ever hear a bass line on a bass guitar as a bass line in any of the backtracks, that bass line was recorded with the bass that I'm showing in the video. I just don't video me recording that initial bass line because I'm lazy, I guess. But anyway, and one of the things I noticed, and I think it's largely because of the top on this bass, the natural compression this bass had recording the bass line, the same bass line from the previous bass that I had recorded with it. This bass was much more consistent and had, just like the tonal spectrum was just all the way through it, just natural compression, and I could see it right on the screen. So that's a really, really cool thing. And topped basses generally do that for you, but this one in particular does it. A really gorgeous sound. Could get just sparkling clear highs to the point where I wanted warm sounds. I would like roll the treble all the way off, and even with the treble all the way off, it wasn't muddy or dull, but it was warm. And so it is a bass that's going to have speak to more of that clarity. And man, I always love the MTD 6-strings. Every time I get on that 6-string, that C string, it always reminds me of Wayman Tisdale's playing, who I always loved Wayman Tisdale's playing, and just always really enjoyed it. He's one of the first bass players that I kind of latched onto, and so sometimes there's things in my playing that I hear that I'm like, oh, that's clearly my attempt at something that he played. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm Wayman Tisdale. I'm not saying I'm anywhere near as good as Wayman Tisdale. Just saying I listened to a lot of them, and it was very influential. So anyway, I don't think anyone is going to get that mistake made by hearing my playing. So anyway, this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. An amazing bass. I'm so excited to get to have it. In addition, this is a 30th anniversary bass, so it does have the World 30th Anniversary logo. It has titanium neck bars. The Cocobolo board is book matched, which is why you get that just crazy wide color. It's just, this thing is blinged out. If you want a blinged out MTD 635 that sounds as good as it looks, head on over to FretSpot.com. If you see it on the site, it's available. If you don't see it, it's already gone. If it's not there and you want one, shoot me an email, donovan@FretSpot.com. We can look to see if we can find more wood like this from our friends over at MTD. Remember, I always offer great financing options through Affirm and through PayPal. Always appreciate it when people pay using friends and family to save me the fees. Speaking fees, there's no sales tax or shipping when you buy direct from FretSpot.com from my website. If you have something to trade, I have a great trade-in policy. You get up to 85% of the used street value of your trade when you trade things in. So, yeah, friends, thanks for watching. And this thing's stunning. Tell me what you think about it in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.